I'm not gonna miss you helping me out with money. The only thing that I'm gonna miss is you.
Matt LeBlanc and his castmates always referred to Perry as Matty and described him as their brother. Friends stars finally released statement after death of Matthew Perry. Obviously, it was not easy for Friends to find the right words. We are all so utterly devastated by the loss of Matthew. We were more than just castmates. We are a family. Their statement reads, "There is so much to say, but right now we're going to take a moment to grieve and process this unfathomable loss. In time we will say more, as and when we are able," the statement continues. "For now, our thoughts and our love are with Matty's family, his friends, and everyone who loved him around the world." For 10 years, Matthew Perry and Matt LeBlanc pretended to be best buds on screen. But what was their IRL relationship like? Did LeBlanc support Perry during his dark times? Join us as we learn more about Chandler and Joey behind the scenes, from falling asleep on set to interview bloopers. It's been almost 2 decades since the last episode of Friends, and the legacy of those friendships still live on. On many occasions, the cast spoke about the bonds they formed, and after working together for 10 years, they grew close, becoming family. Matthew Perry said the best way he could describe it is this: after the show was over, at a party or some kind of social gathering, if one of them bumped into each other, that was it. They just sat with the person all night long, apologizing to the people they were with. But they had to understand you had met somebody special to you, and you were going to talk to that person for the rest of the night. And that's the way it worked, Perry shared. And for many fans, nothing was more special than the bromance between Chandler and Joey, from their random dances to their hilarious feuds.
Hey, listen, I'm sorry about what...
Yeah, me too.
I know.
Yeah. So do we need to hug here, or?
No, we're all right. Yeah.
Remember the one where Joey and Chandler disagreed on how best to enjoy their vacation in London? Chandler gets annoyed and leaves Joey as a lone tourist. But in reality, Perry stuck around even when he wasn't in LeBlanc's scenes with Sarah Ferguson. They were best buds, always looking out for each other, especially when times were rough. Matthew has been candid about his battle with substance abuse. His memoir is a chilling, detailed experience of it. While Friends was filming, his substance abuse issues got worse. At some point, it was hard for his co-stars to dismiss. But even then, even at Matthew's lowest point, his friends were there for him.
What doesn't Matthew know?
That he's all right. We weren't equipped, we weren't to deal with it.
One time during filming, at what could have been a peak in his drug use, Perry passed out on the couch on set. The camera was rolling. He had a line soon. He would miss it, and finally, his substance abuse issue would interfere with his work. It could be the start of a slippery slope. But here's what actually happened. Perry wrote in his memoir, "Disaster was averted only when Matt LeBlanc nudged me awake right before my line. No one noticed, but I knew how close I'd come." At the time, Matthew was taking up to 55 Vicodin pills a day.
When I'm carrying weight, it's alcohol. When I'm skinny, it's pills.
But it's hard to watch them.
It wouldn't be the last time his castmates would knowingly or unknowingly support him through his struggle. They were a great team that worked well together and were very involved in each other's lives. In 2020, Perry explained they all looked out for one another, on the set and off. It's like penguins. In nature, when one is sick or very injured, the other penguins surround it and prop it up and walk around until that penguin can walk on its own. And that's kind of what the cast did for me, he said. And even after Friends wrapped, they stayed tight, especially Perry and LeBlanc. By 2016, they were both headlining in CBS comedies. At work, they'd sometimes bump into each other. Every time they ran into each other, it was like no time had passed. When a reporter asked how it is for them to work on the same lot after all those years, LeBlanc said their friendship was timeless. "We still have this shorthand with one another. It's amazing, really. 10 years in a building with no windows, with the door locked, we got to know each other pretty well," he explained. How adorable. When the Friends reunion special happened, Perry, LeBlanc, and David Schwimmer were in the spotlight once again. They did an interview with Entertainment Tonight. While Schwimmer was chatting to the reporter, Perry didn't realize he was still in the shot. Some people walked in, and he began motioning for them to quiet down. When LeBlanc realized, his reaction was just too cute.
Okay, I gotta ask, who's making the who's Is that the girls?
And you're on camera.
Another.
Yeah, there's a 3-shot.
Are you in a 3-shot seeing me do that?
Even years later, they were still looking out for each other. Matt also went all the way to London once just to support his best bud. Matthew missed one of the Friends reunions because he was working on The End of Longing. So of course, Matt had to swing by for a performance. Well, with a friendship like theirs, no distance was too long if it meant supporting your pal. On October 28, 2023, Matthew Perry passed away at his home in Los Angeles. Friends, family, and fans will always remember him for the fun-loving and talented man he was. That's all we have for you today. Thanks for taking the time to watch our video. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more stories about your favorite celebs. Be well and be kind.